As my Planmas videos come to an end, I feel like I need to throw in at least one travel-related video. So today I figure we'll create some travel memory spreads. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Tracy and I am a girl with plants. I do all types of planner related stuff on this channel. I currently am using the Happy Planner, I'm using the Go Getter Girl Spiral Bound Planner, and I use a lot of different notebooks and journals. And I try my best, or I will be trying my best, to kind of bring you a variety of that on my channel so you can kind of see how I utilize a lot of different types of products and layouts. One is this, what I have in front of me, which is an Archer&Olive 8x8 notebook. I picked this up and I got a mystery subscription box, and it happened to be, I believe, one of their kind of, I guess it was maybe their 22-23 winter release. So it was like the cozy theme. You can see it has like the little mittens and stuff on it. So I decided to turn this into a travel book. Now, this isn't an all-in memory keeping book for my travels, because when I go places, I create travel photo books using either like Shutterfly or Snapfish, where you upload all your travel pictures and then you put them in a photo book that they print and mail to you. So that's what I do for a lot of my big trips. So I don't like scrapbook a lot of my big trips or anything like that. However, I do have a big memory keeping book. This is a letter size. I've showed this to you recently. And I just started doing this year, so it only has 2023 memories in it. But I did recently go on an Italian cruise, and I did a quick memory keeping up here. So even though I do have a separate photo book, I kind of wanted to memorialize this as part of my annual memories, because I have other memories in this book as well. I have like a little table of contents. I don't memory keep on a daily basis. I only do it like when really fun stuff happens. So that is why I put that in here. But I still am going to kind of do something here as well. So I've already done flip throughs of this particular book, so I don't want to continue to do flip throughs of the same thing. But this is kind of my all-encompassing travel memories book. I need to do my table of contents. But right here, I do pins for the places I've been. And then stateside trips. This is kind of just a written log of where I've been. You can see I kind of take it, break it down. I've showed all this stuff. I think I've updated most of this as far as natural wonders, man-made wonders, landmarks. Okay. So this next section, which I have not really set up yet, I'm guessing it's going to start here. I mentioned this during my lineup video of what I was going to use this particular book for and what I had turned it into. This book has had several different purposes since I decided it was going to be a travel book. Initially, I was going to kind of do travel journaling for all the places that I've been since I started this book and forward. However, because I've been traveling and because I started searching deals for like Shutterfly and stuff like that, you know, the algorithms start popping up all these ads on my Facebook page and stuff like that. And I came across the adventure book. It's really cool. So if you don't want to make your own, it's definitely something to check out. It's basically what I think of as more of like a bucket list type book. So it is a bullet journal. I'm not sure of the size, but it has all these countries listed on each page. So like one page I'll have one country, another page I'll have another country. And as you visit those countries, you pretty much just scrapbook on the page. So that's what I'm calling a bucket list. And I thought that was a great idea. Yes, I have not been to a lot of places. And if I do that idea, there's going to be a lot of blank pages. But I don't care. I have plenty of books. And I thought it was a really cool idea. So I started mapping out like ABC islands, because to me, which is like what, Aruba, Bonaire, is it Carousel? I don't remember the C exactly, but ABC islands, because I figured if I do that, it was probably going to be on a cruise, and it probably was going to be all three at once. Then Argentina, Australia. I haven't been to any of these places, so maybe one day. Right now I have it in pencil. These are places I have been. So I need to go back and write. I need to go back and put photos and kind of do a little bit of journaling, Bermuda. And this is how they do it. They like literally check them off as they go is kind of the concept. But I started penciling in, I guess I messed up here because I taped 2 pages together. I've just started penciling in certain places. And then I started writing in some of the places I've gone, but it seems like all the places that I've like written in is not the ones I printed photos for today. All right, so where are printed photos? So I have gone to Cuba. I went to Cuba on a cruise. So I printed out a few pictures for that. So here's where Cuba would be. You can see I have like pencil erasers here. I went to one stop in France. So I'm not gonna do France today, but on the recent cruise to the Mediterranean, I'm just saying this verbally in case anybody had this kind of idea. They thought, oh, that's a pretty good idea. So this is how I'm planning on doing it, like France. I went to Marseille, France. It's the only place I've been to. Obviously, I would love to see Paris and stuff like that. So I do want to mark that I went to France, but I won't use this whole page. So I would probably just write it off, check it off, but then I would probably just put like a photo and then like a little box journal and then leave the rest of the page open for if I go there again. Obviously, some of these, if I wanted to do a 2-page spread, I can make it a 2-page spread. I don't know that I would go to Finland, but maybe. I've been to Germany, but I really only saw a very small area of Germany. I haven't been to any of the major cities. Again, I went there for a cruise. So I would do the same thing and just do a very small area. This one is another idea. So Guatemala and Honduras, I've been to both. I'm going to split the page in half. So instead of devoting one whole page to Guatemala, because I did not stay in Guatemala and I did not stay in Honduras, I went to Belize and we took a trip to Guatemala. So like I said, because I didn't stay, there's only like a little bit of things to really write about. It's kind of the same thing with France, but with France, I might go again. So I don't want to divide the page. So this one, I'm gonna just divide the page, right? Honduras down here and Guatemala here. And I did that for the states. For the 50 states, I did do that for most of the 50 states. I thought I did that for all of them, but maybe not. Like Florida, I did give it its own page because Florida, you know, you go to like Disney World, you go to Miami, like there's so many places that I've already been. So as far as like, I felt like I needed a whole page, but for most of the states, I do give a lot, half pages. A lot of the ones I gave full pages are the ones that I've been and I've done a lot at, but you see like Idaho and Indiana. I don't know when I'm going to actually go back and do all of that, but I do want to kind of mark, and like this is going to be anything I can remember from the past, the present. I have Hong Kong. I've been there, but I don't know that that needs a whole page. So the ones that I had printed out today that I think I might do some quick pages is I have Indonesia, Cuba, and then I have a few pictures from Italy. I don't know if I'm going to do Italy, although I have a lot of like stickers for Italy. But I think I'm going to start with Cuba. So the first thing I need is an eraser so I can erase Cuba. And what I have been doing is this, and I kind of like that. I could always use stickers. But I kind of like that, but I don't know where my stencil is for that. Isn't that me always unprepared? Because they aren't these. I might have to like do a page and not like file in the name. All right, so I just erased that. Got this from an Archer and Olive mystery box or bag. I don't remember. Hey, it works pretty good. And it doesn't leave little erase marks over there. All right, so I got the red and blue paper mates. Found my stencils. I promise I will eventually get prepared when I film videos. It's just been a hot mess. So I am just going to stencil. It seems like every country that I've been doing has been like literally red and blue. Right, there we go. All right, so yes, I went to Cuba. I went to Cuba on a cruise, and it was a whole thing. We didn't even get there. We didn't even get off the ship until like close to like 6 o'clock. It was complete madness because just going through customs there, you have to actually go through customs when you leave the ship, was just a process. So yeah, It was, so we didn't really get to see, everything we saw was at nighttime. We had the best tour guide. You know, Cuba is definitely, it's rich in history, but you know, there are some things there. You don't hear about it. Of course, you know, when you're going on the tours and everything is kind of bright and bubbly is how everything is portrayed, but it was an experience. I don't know if Americans can go back to Cuba or not. I haven't really kept up with that. I know at one point they were allowing Americans to go there, like through the cruise ships and things like that. But I know it is a very tough country to get into if you are American. I'm very glad I had the opportunity to do so. You know, very sad that I didn't get to really experience very much of it due to delays, but very happy, like I said, to be able to experience it. But all I do is just throw down a few pictures because in the end, I guess I need to do my little checkbox. I guess I have been doing them before, but whatever. Where was it? Oh, I think it was this book actually. But in the end, like I said, it was just something that I really liked to do. So I think this is all like South Beach type stuff, but I think this will work for Cuba because the car, it looks like the same type of car. And it says, Hola, bonita. Am I even saying that right? I promise to learn Spanish, more Spanish this year. And I'm not planning on going to any Spanish countries this year. No. But by the next time I go to Spanish countries, I want to be able to converse at least somewhat. I know that it's not going to happen to like, you know, I know it's not going to happen. I kind of want orange. I don't want hot pink. I want to do all orange. If I can't do orange, I'm going to just find some orange boxes. I think I'm going to get some orange. I know this is blue and red, but I want orange boxes. And I'm just going to put a few of the orange boxes here for me to journal about. Yes, I was hoping, I was getting nervous. I'm like, I don't know where this page came from. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this box here. So I can write when we went. And then I'll journal about it. I'm not being as conservative with the page space just because I don't know that I'm going to make it there again. So I feel like I don't need to reserve as much space. So that's going to be my journaling box. Didn't need a box. I'm not doing anything extravagant here, as you can tell. So you're probably like, why are you filming this plan with me, Tracy, if you're not doing anything extravagant? It's all about giving you guys ideas. All about giving you guys ideas. So like I'm doing this for traveling and I'm doing this for like my international trips. Like I said, I do have a stateside page. So if you have a goal, all right, where is y'all? Oh my gosh, look, there's bigger triangles. I don't know how I missed this one. Do y'all remember when I just did a page where it's like a countdown to my vacation? I was looking for triangles. These would have been perfect. Of course, I would have had to do one at a time versus the other stencil, which had a whole row of them. But all right, so back to what I was saying. So I'm doing this and I have like all these different international countries, most of which I probably would never go to. I mean, I would like to go to them all. I only put ones that I would really like to go to, or there's a chance I would go to. I only put those down. Obviously, there's just not enough room. I did color a little too heavy, but that's okay. This is like Dominican Republic and Jamaica. Again, I've been to both of those, but I feel like I can just split it in half. Like Egypt. But okay, so I'm doing this. A lot of people want to do trips to like national parks. So you can just do a list of all the national parks. Again, you can do list national parks of places that you don't even think you're gonna go. Because it's kind of like a bucket list type thing. So you're like checking off all the places that you would go. All right, so I went to Bali in, yikes, 2018. This is what's so good about this book, guys. Here we go. When did I go to Bali? Let's see. 2017. So I went to Bali in 2017. I am not going to write out Indonesia on here. Again, I'm just kind of showing you guys some ideas while I talk this through. This video is going to be done in a minute, and I'm not going to have very many done. But again, stateside trips, you can do all 50 states. You can give it one page. You can also, because there's so many pages in here, if that's the thing that you want to visit all 50 states, you can do a double page spread for each state. So you can do, you have to include DC, so it's like really 51. So you really, you could have like a tracker at the beginning like I did, and then do 2-page spreads for each state. So that way, I gotta put this down a little bit more. And then kind of check it off, and you can kind of just take on any type of thing that you want with it. You can do checklists of all the things that you've done while you were there. You can do bucket lists on the page for each national park you go to or each state you visit, what things you want to see and do, and then check off the things as you have done them. Obviously, I can't do that because I'm kind of going backwards and putting like stuff down for places I've been. But who knows? Maybe for some of the places that I haven't been yet, I might do like a bucket list type thing. I don't know. This could change. Like I could change the way I'm doing it midway through it. I don't know. Basically, I just like to look through and say, oh, these are the places I've been, and have like a spot for each country. Let's journal. And there's a lot of orange in these pictures too. So Bali, highly recommend it. Horrible flight. I mean, great flight experience. It was just a very long flight, but definitely a really fun place to go to. Very economical. The flight, not so much. But once you were there, everything was very economical. At least it was back when we went. I think this is a red and white country. So here I will write when we went. I have a really big book on this one, so I don't have to journal, but so much here. So what I might do on this one is maybe write all the temples we saw. This trip, I remember I did everything myself. Like I did all the research and booked it all myself. We ended up going to like 3 different places, staying like at 3 different places within the country. Went to all these different places. I mean, it was an amazing trip. We had to do so much. Definitely like a trip of a lifetime. With 2 of my best friends. Okay. I definitely want some stickers, but I don't have any. I found some in this book, but I think it's more Thailand. Yeah, like these are very like, I think these are more Thailand. So I don't really, the koi fish though, the koi fish. So we stayed at this really fancy, what do you call it? I have to do the koi fish because, so we had our own like villa in at one of the places, and we literally paid, I think we stayed 3 nights, and it was like a little over $100 US a night. We literally had a private pool. We had, I'm not bragging about it. I'm just trying to give you like how far your money went there. And at the bottom of the stairs, they had like koi fish and a pond. And it was like, whoa. All right, so I'm definitely going to do the koi fish. I need to find some other type of stickers that I could do. But right now, I'm just trying to throw some pictures on the page. I'm going to probably do a little bit more Italy ones. But I did an entire Italy book. And I just did that whole spread. So I don't really feel like doing all out for Italy. But there is a lot here. And I feel like this is a great place to use all of these stickers. I'm still going to journal about it, even though I journaled about it in like 100 different places. I'm still going to journal about it. think I'm gonna need to take another picture and put it here for when we took a picture near there. All right, so what colors? Let's see. Wasn't there an Italian? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. This is what I wanted. All right. So I want this. This is just another excuse for me to play with stickers, you know? So when we went to Rome, I guess this is a little chance for me to chat about my Italian trip, my Italy cruise. So when we went to Rome, I think our tour left around like 9 a.m. And we had a 12 o'clock tour of the Colosseum. You have to book that stuff in advance. Oh, look, I had that for Cuba. So, yeah, you have to book all of that stuff in advance. So we had a 12 o'clock tour. So that gave us literally pretty much no time to do anything else in Rome other than see the Colosseum. We did walk to the fountain. Was it the Trevi Fountain? Probably saying that wrong. We did walk there. It was packed by the time we walked there. And we were definitely a little nervous about like staying there too long because we had to walk back to like catch our ride to get back to the cruise ship. So like we started in Venice. A lot of cruises do leave out of Rome. I don't, it's kind of hard to say what I would recommend. This is going to look so different, but that's okay. As far as, I know you're not asking for recommendations, but where to start the cruise. It is a little bit of a hike from Rome to go to the cruise ship, but it's like a two plus hour hike from Venice to where the cruise ships are. So, is that even leaning? Shouldn't that be leaning? We're going to have to make this, we're going to have to make it lean. I guess it's leaning a little bit because it really doesn't lean that much. We're going to have it lean a little bit more than what it was. You're probably like, Tracy, you just put it back on the page and it's straighter now than it was then. The only thing I don't like about these like vinylish stickers, I think I got that from Temu, is like now it's all crinkled. Maybe we'll put this here. And then I'll put the other picture there. And then I think I'm going to just do some journaling boxes. So I have that journaling box. So yeah, I think it's like, I guess you have to figure out if you want to spend more time in Rome or spend more time in Venice. Because either one you go to, like there isn't much to do in Venice, but there's a lot to see, if that makes sense. Like I really enjoyed my time in Venice. Just walking around, seeing things and things like that. Speaking of which, where did I put my stickers? Oh, here we go. So, I don't know. I personally liked Venice. I like just walking around. And I felt like it was a little less chaotic than Rome. It definitely was a little chaotic. When we first got there, because yeah, we got there right at high tide and we had to maneuver our suitcases down the little, they had these like bridges made with almost like tables to like walk across, but they were very, like when I say tables, they were like think of like the width of a fold-on table. I mean, they really weren't tables. I don't know, maybe they were. But, so yeah, we had to like get up on it, pick our suitcase up, put that on it. Yes, because I did travel with a suitcase that was a little bit larger than a carry-on. So yeah, it was, that was interesting and that was chaotic because it was packed at that time. But then we literally like checked into the hotel. So like that was probably around 11 in the morning, which is right when high tide is at that time of the year in October. And then we checked into our hotel and we like chilled, kind of did like a little unpacking. And then we were like, okay, well, we want to go and explore just a little bit before our evening tour because we had a food and wine tour because we only had one night in Venice. Are we doing orange again? Maybe let's do yellow. And when we went back out for the evening, it had cooled down substantially. It was so hot when we first got there. And yes, it was October, but it was so hot when we first got there. And we were trying to maneuver through all these like streets and stuff. Can I? Haha, thank goodness. Ooh, that ripped though. So we were trying to maneuver through the streets and stuff, and it was just sunny and hot. And then they were calling for like storms, but we didn't get storms. We had like a crack of thunder to the point where all the gondolas started like started covering up, and it literally did not even rain. But I think that was enough. That's fine. That was enough to kind of make the crowds disperse. So the rest of that day, it was perfect. So, and I loved it. I wish I had a little bit more time to explore Venice and some of the other little areas around Venice, but we just were pretty much in the main hub because we didn't have the time. But yeah, I would say just think about what you want. The whole point of me talking about that, I don't know where to put this arm because if you do it like that, it's hanging down. So you need to do it like that, right? Maybe I'll just do it like this. Yeah, figure out what you want to see, and that's where you kind of decide where to start your cruise, I think, is the safest bet. Just know that, like, they're two very different vibes. All right, so that is it, y'all. Those are 3 pages. I'm going to go back and do what I did for all of these other countries. So I'm going to do Italy in the color of the flags. I will do wherever Indonesia is. I will do that in red. I would do that like I did Canada. Where's Canada? Like that. That's how I would do Indonesia. And I have so many more of these I need to do of places I've been. So I'm going to probably do that over the holiday and probably even some into the new year because I'm definitely not going to finish it. And this is a book that I kind of just want to work on when I just need time to be creative and kind of reflect on travel. Because like I said, even though I've already been here, this isn't a when I create the book forward type thing. This is all the places I've been to because I have not been to Canada in over 15 years, I think. No. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So, so like, and I'm putting that on here because I've been. So yeah, there we go. I hope this wasn't too chaotic. Again, I just kind of wanted to do this because I think it is a cool idea. But like I said, even if you are not an international traveler, you can do this for all different types of stuff. You can do this for theme parks. You can do this for wineries, for breweries. Just like list out all the places you have. Again, this is if you have these notebooks, extra notebooks laying around, or you can just pick up a cheap notebook that you find. If it doesn't have the greatest paper quality, just be careful when you are using markers and maybe just stick to stickers. So yeah, you can do all kinds of fun stuff and make it like more like a bucket list type journal, which is kind of what I'm doing. So I hope to be able to do a fun flip through of this book with you at some point once I actually start completing it, as far as, you know, going back and filling out all the places I've been, because I think it'll be fun. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're thinking about creating something like this and what types of things you're thinking about including. All right, that is all I have for now. Thank you so much for pressing that play button. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, that is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.